A new Jujutsu Shenanigans update just rolled out like 2 days ago, and they added a lot of stuff. Actually, the previous update was actually like 6 days before that, so it kind of hit me, kind of caught me off guard there. I'm just gonna start with some of the first things here. They added some variant moves, or one variant move, Rabbit Escape. I'm actually have to switch to Megami here. So what happens here is if you press R and then the Rabbit Escape move, it will do a new variant attack. So yeah, it's pretty neat. You can actually attack with it as well. Let me turn off cooldowns really quick so I can kind of keep using it. So you don't have to use it immediately. You can kind of just hold it down and then press Rabbit Escape, and you kind of pop out of the ground. It's kind of like a kind of catch people off guard. It's really neat, and it also works as an attack as well. So it's really neat. It's really neat. They also added a whole new finisher, Rabbit Escape as well. I'm gonna demonstrate it. So it basically just turns into a skeleton. So that's pretty funny. They added a weekly leaderboard. So you come over here, there's this that's still not working, I guess. So I guess they're gonna kind of deal with that. They added new finishers with Rabbit Escape, and also 2-fold kick. So we'll switch over to Gojo really quick and spawn another low HP dummy. 2-fold kick now has a finisher. Boom! Look at that. And essentially, it just gives you an extra reversal red move. And it can also hit other people who get caught into attack. It will also send them flying. Really good against teamers. They added a new cobblestone material for build modes. That's really good for people who build. They added new melee trails. I think you just seen some of that. So when you punch, has a cool little effect. And depending on the character that you use, like you saw with Gojo, it's blue. With Yuji, it's red. With the Hikari, it's green. And with Megumi, it is black. There is not a color for Maito, I'm pretty sure. But if they do add one, it's probably going to be purple. Another thing is, so this is actually some Maito changes here. The first strike of the head splitter is no longer going to hit the user. So that way, when they pop their head off, they don't just get beat up by their own attack right away. So they fixed that. They increased speed of the chain whip. So the chain whip variant of that, what's it called? Focus strike. That is now a lot faster. They also changed the hit sound for it. The chain whip now makes a new sound. They also increased the parry window for Maharaga's defensive mode. Oh, you can also now counter the bird attack from Megumi. So now it's less overpowered. But you can't counter the toad attack, which, I mean, you never really needed to counter that in the first place. They changed how footstep sound effects are handled. I haven't seen the change yet, but I guess it's different. They reduced the amount of awakening gained when jackpot ends. So if we switch over to Hikari really quickly, go ahead and awaken. So it's about to end, and we'll see that it only goes up to 50%. So instead of going to 75% and just being able to just do like a single combo and having your ult again, Hikari mains are going to have to actually work to get their ultimate back. So it's not as OP as it was before. What's the next thing? Reduce the amount of awakening used for Perfection's Awakening. So I guess what that means is that it either drains slower, or whenever you miss the attack to actually activate that awakening, you don't lose as much of that bar. They also polished the down slam visual effects. So let's go ahead and spawn a dummy because I don't know where the other one went. A polished down slam, so it's pretty neat. I think it kind of has a little crunchier sound and makes little particle effects everywhere. So what's next is actually a really huge change. You can now block the base focus strike, so that purple attack that you see Maito's throwing out kind of out of the blue and they combo you with, you can block that now. It was so ridiculous having to deal with that before. You just get hit with it once and you lose 50% of your health. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. Let's see. They also fixed the camera sensitivity not being applied to Xbox users. They fixed being stuck when using head splitter instead of launching into the air. They fixed some collision issues after using the 10 Shadow special. They fixed curse strikes hitting targets on Ragdoll Wake Up. That's kind of a huge change as well. And I'm surprised they haven't done that with Gojo yet, because you can still hit people on Wake Up with Gojo. It's weird. But yeah, just to demonstrate that and can provide a good example, what would happen was, right after they use counter, they would essentially be able to just use curse strikes and just hit you. So hitting counter and then using curse strikes, that would normally hit that person, that hit the dummy right there. But they fixed it, so it doesn't happen anymore. So I'm just gonna try this one more time. Yeah, see? I went straight through him. So it doesn't work anymore. And I think that is kind of dumb because, to be fair, you hit the counter, you should be able to combo somebody for that, but it's whatever, I guess. But also, quick note is the owner couldn't really come up with a good idea for Perfection or Mahito. So the new move that he's thinking of is delayed. So maybe on the next update, I think Mahito should be complete, other than maybe some tweaks here and there. But this guy's been working kind of overtime, so it might be a minute. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna call it that for today. Toodles.